today we're gonna go camping in that same park we were at last time. I think the plan is to do some fishing and just kind of relax tonight. I got some wood for a fire and probably cook up some breakfast for dinner or something like that. The low tonight is going to be about 32 degrees, so a little cold. Not the coldest I've camped in, but it'll be pretty fun. But yeah, we're out there. We're driving right now, and we'll touch base with you guys when we get there. All right, so we're set up. We're at a decent spot here, right by the lake. Got it all set up. Got the stove. I actually am just making quick lunch right now. We're gonna make some noodles, but didn't film for a bit. Was watching some SEC championship game. We got the lights set up. I did get new lights, and they're strung up all throughout, so we'll be able to show you that tonight. But we're set up, trying to get some water boiling. I just turned it off. It was screaming at me. But we're set up right by the lake. We've got some ice on the lake, which is pretty cool. Really ready to ice fish, but got some ice out there. Just a beautiful spot. They're doing some work to the playground. I was hoping my tent wouldn't be in the way if they decided to come down here. It's about 1 p.m. right now, but it's already 1, so they're not coming down. But we're hooked up. I think we're gonna eat some lunch, and we'll do some fishing. All right, put a worm on the hook. We're just gonna let her sit out there. Just a beautiful day. Can't complain. It's 50 degrees out in December. There we are. There we are. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we're waiting for fish. Anyways, I think I'm giving up hope. The water temp is super cold right now, so I'm sure they're not as active as they would be if I was fishing in the summer. That's a part of it. We're not where we need to be on ice to be ice fishing, but I will bring that to this channel. So that noise I heard is actually squirrels. They're up there playing. They're way too fast to catch on camera. But I've seen them like six times probably. But we're probably about 20 to 30 minutes in now. I'm getting bored, but that's all right. We're out here. We're having fun. We're relaxing. I want to show you this ice ridge here. It's pretty cool. It's all frozen from there back. I tried walking on it when I first got here. I made it crack, and I got scared, and I obviously ran back. This just makes me ready for ice fishing. Alright, so after 40 minutes, we're moving spots. We're gonna fish this little channel. I'm not sure how deep it is. year or two back, I went ice fishing over here. This was probably when the water was about 10 feet lower. It wasn't real deep. I was looking for about 12 feet of water when I was ice fishing, so I found it about right here on the camera. And so I imagine it's pretty deep. Not sure about over here though. So I cast about right in the middle. Got a worm on there. We're gonna see what we can get. Got a bite. I don't think he's on there anymore. Negative. But the bite is good. That's better. That's more than what we've been getting. All right. This might be a better spot. Thought we had a bite on there. It'd be nice. It's slow fishing right now, but that's to be expected with the colder water temps. They're just not as active as they are usually in the summer, but still worth it. See if we can get a fish. All right, we're officially tapping out. The sun is peeking its head out, which is super nice. It got cold there for a bit. It was tucked behind these clouds. These clouds, I'm telling you, looks like a Bob Ross painting out here. It is just a beautiful day. But we're gonna pick up the chair, pick up the pole. Try not to walk in this newly renovated park. Try not to fall over too. I think we'll go on a drive. We'll check out the park. See if anybody's back in that tent area, way back there. Got some geese flying over. You're probably getting confused thinking it's spring, 50 degrees out here. Yeah, I think we'll take the gravel. Ooh, it's soft. Remind me not to park my camper on this until it's late camping season. Here, and put my chair back inside. Well, right there seems good for now. All right. All right. Half tempted to get the fire going, but it's really, there's no need for that right now. We got Georgia and Texas playing, so that'll be a game to watch. But I think we're gonna go on a drive and just check out the campground. We'll close that up. And I think I'm going to cheat tonight. I might run the buddy heater when the stove goes out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's either that or I set an alarm every 2 hours and tend to the stove. Gotta get these fishing poles off here, though. That's a good spot for you. And then we can get a fire going when we get back. My kids were so gracious enough to find me some wood. Plus I brought some wood that's in there, but stack the fire up for me. Have a short little fire. But we're gonna get out there, show you guys around. All right, and we're out of here. Let's just take a drive around the park, show you guys everything. This is one of our family's favorite campground. I mean, you can't beat it. The atmosphere when you're camping, and every adult looks after every child that runs around, and they're on their scooters and rollerblades and bikes, and any child wrecks, every adult's out to help them out. Oh, I about hit a squirrel. That'd be my luck right there. Can't catch a fish, but we're gonna hit some squirrel. But like I was saying, this is just one of the best campgrounds I've ever been to. Now, we've only pulled our camper out to here. We've never branched farther than that. I've got a 30-foot camper with a Chevy 1500, so it's already a lot of work for it. I don't like to put my truck under too much stress and drag it. Ooh, look, we got some deer. Got some deer running there. But I don't like to overwork my truck. She's got a lot of miles on it. But back here is now the camping section. This is the tents only. And it is bumpy. Now, my first video that I'm going to re-upload because I had some issues with it, I camped back here. And if you remember, I had those people that were playing some loud music. Now look what we got here. Got some people back here. That is wild. Old mama. She's trying to hide from me now. She's looking straight at me. Old mama. Smart getting in a state park during shotgun season, I tell you. She's right there. Let's see if I can get her. There we go. Old mama. All right. So when I put out that first YouTube video, I said, oh, I'm gonna put one out every 2 weeks, thinking, oh, that'll be easy. Was not easy, I can tell you that. I've got 4 kids and a wife at home and a full-time job. These YouTube creators all over YouTube make it look easy, but it is not. So hats off to everyone I watch and everyone on YouTube that can put out a video regularly. It is not easy. Not at all. But I'm gonna keep at it. My wife's really supportive of it. My kids love it. They watched the first one when I dropped it. They pulled it up on the TV at home and they loved it. I'm sure they're gonna watch this one too when it drops. I mean, just look at how beautiful this is. Got the hillside back here lit up from the sun going down. You got the campground. Look at that tent. Look at that tent. Now, if you guys noticed too, I cleaned my windshield since the last video. I didn't realize how bad it was until I cleaned it. And, oh, I got a working front window. So that's nice. Be able to extend you out on this. But just a beautiful day. I tell you, I didn't realize how low it's getting out here. It's starting to dry out. There's a nice pull off right there. There's a trail that runs right through here. It wraps around to this jetty side. There's just a whole bunch of jetties. There's a shelter. I wonder if the water's still on. I really need to check that. Let's go over there. See if we can find some deer. Find some wildlife. I don't see any yet. Usually there's a whole bunch in this corner right here. But ooh, we got company too. We got someone fishing down there, so we'll go ahead and lower the camera for that. They don't think I'm just weird out here driving in parking spaces and on the phone. Maybe we'll try fishing over here tomorrow. So tonight I'm gonna make breakfast for dinner. I'm not a morning eater, but I love breakfast food, and that's the worst struggle I've ever been through, swear to God. But, so we're gonna make breakfast for dinner. I think I'll make some breakfast sandwiches and get the fire going. That seems super fun. But we'll make some breakfast sandwiches and get the fire going, relax, maybe watch a movie, and get ready for the cold that's coming. think it's time to get the stove going. The sun is going down. And again, it's a Bob Ross painting. That's one thing you can't beat. One thing about camping in the campground alone, when the sun goes down, it gets creepy. Now, I don't believe too much in skinwalkers. When the sun goes down, I become a believer. It gets creepy down here, especially when you're by yourself. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Just can't get enough of it. I know I've said that probably 33,000 times, but you just can't beat it. The sky with the lake, half froze. Beautiful tent. Yep, that's enough of that. I like it. Just amazing colors out. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We've got the old torch to get here. All right. Well, yeah, I'll close the outside here soon. Let's get some wood. We're gonna save it, this giant chunk right here. We're gonna save that for tonight, right before bed. See how long that thing will burn. It's a nice thin piece right there. Got some fire starter already kind of laid out. Lay that in a couple different directions here. We're gonna get this piece. Nope, we're going smaller. We're going smaller. We just need this thing ripping. That's it. Ooh, we got the lock on. All about safety. All right, we got that ripping. Got the stovepipe open, the flap open. Let that thing start ripping. Got the fan on it. I should probably take it off, to be honest. I think how I'm gonna make dinner is I'm gonna put the rack on top, and then I got some English muffins to kind of toast up, and I think that's how I'm gonna do it. So for now, we're gonna take that off. Just start to get it ripping. Now I did mess with this stove too. There's a handle on this side. There was a handle on this side. Kind of sank some steel screws. Removed it so I could do some more cooking. This insert right here, well, we're not gonna fall for this again. We're gonna remove the tool out of there. But this insert, I'm gonna have to set you guys down to get this. All right. But this insert here that you can remove for cooking is really small. So I do have small pans that will fit that, but I just like laying a rack on top, cooking stuff. To name the rack, that is actually right here. I know I need a better setup for my pots and pans, but man, this little table does a great job. Got A lot of kitchen stuff here. I told you guys earlier I might cheat and use that buddy heater. That's a big possibility. Now here's another new thing I got is a Bluetti battery station. I've already used it a bit. That thing does work pretty good. I put half a load on it and it only lasted about 15 minutes. It's 600 watts. I do have a backup 300 watts in the truck that will last really, really long, but that does great. A TV will pull about 100 watts. It'll last about 8 hours. I'm not running that on the TV right now. I am hooked up to power, so I have the extension cord hooked up. It's kind of how I'm watching my football. But when I do go off grid, I think I'm gonna need something bigger. But we'll get this rack on here. It does kind of bring it up just a bit. Not too much. I think it'll do fine for toasting English muffins, to be honest here. Make sure that thing's pretty straight. I might lay something else on top of that. I don't know, some bark or something. Ooh, just got a splinter under the nail. That's perfect. It's just fine. But let's put some bark in there. I got everything opened up right now. Just to get some coals going. Really help that wood out. We'll lay that kind of on top, let them fall down. You see it popping. We'll get this going, we'll get it heated up, and then I think we'll start some dinner. We're gonna work some forks for flipping it.
I was thinking of gifting one to each of you. I got AT&T bundle of 3, iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me.
That worked just fine. Need no spatula. I mean, I might for that egg. It's gonna be super interesting how I take care of this. Oh no, that's not good. We also just put it out. Stay.
Since this is your first Get Holiday Ready sales event, let me introduce you to the full lineup of 4 SUVs.
There we go. Keep it on low and kind of put it directly on that flame. See how good that works. Don't slide.
Get Holiday Ready sales pack. At 1.9% APR for 60 months plus no payment for up to 90 days and 1,000 bonus cash on a new F-150. Real choice, Romy. You know, as a veteran, you earned USAA membership for your...
So I think we'll do 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, 4 sausages, and we'll make our sandwiches like that. I think that'll be just fine. But it is hot in here. It's probably 80, 85 degrees in here, and it is hot. But it's worth it. We're cooking with the stove. We're cooking with that. Got our carbon monoxide detector here. Make sure we're being safe about all this. Got a lot of wood for tonight. But it is roasting in here. I should turn that thing down. Actually, let's check these again. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and just pull those off. We'll just call it a day. Yep, super crispy. I'm glad we just decided to do that just randomly. Shh, you're hot. All right. Probably pull these off too.
I think you got to look at Drew Bobo. What a play by the big center to time that up perfectly. The gutsy call there by Kirby Smart. Smith here. This is a big play. You got the fake punch.
Don't like the fact of the bacon there.
Keep that drive alive and come up with a 3-point. So it's a critical type of time because they're missing a few passes. Let's celebrate him on that feet.
I think the hardest part about filming for YouTube is, especially when you're doing it with your phone, is you are disconnected from the world. And it's kind of nice, I'll be honest. It is kind of nice. That is starting to harden up. I bet if I remove this, it'll stay. God, I'm the best. All right. Maybe I should try and flip it. Oh, we don't need no spatula? Okay. But yeah, you're disconnected from the world, and that's sort of a blessing, I'll be honest. I like it. I'm a fan of it. We're going to get this egg off here in a minute. We're going to get a new egg on. We're going to get the bacon going. And I think we're going to assemble it all. Put them back on there with the lid. Try and melt the cheese on it. There's probably an easier way to do this, but probably melting the cheese on the egg. Yeah, we should do that. I should do that. Alright. Set you guys back up. Alright. We've set you back up. We're going to mute this TV because Lord knows don't need that going in the background. We're going to get some cheese out. This is the first time, I mean, I've brought out breakfast stuff every time I've camped, and this is the first time I've actually cooked breakfast stuff. And I'm just going to have to keep this a trend because I don't eat in the morning. I'm not a morning eater, but I'll keep this going. Breakfast for dinner every time I camp. Sold. So we're gonna get that melting. Got the lid on there. Should probably turn this off, huh? There we go. Got football going. All right. And then we just add the final touch here. This is the best thing ever invented. I just want to let everyone know that. This is amazing. So, we'll add the final touches here. Oh no. It's alright, we're gonna get extra with it. Those are crispy. So, yeah, it doesn't look too good, but I promise, they're amazing. So I'm gonna eat on these, and then we'll get ready for bed. I think we'll mess with that a little more, get it ready for sleeping, so we'll have to fully load it up. But I'm gonna get this in my belly. How's that? And then we'll reach back out to you guys. All right, we just watched Georgia beat Texas in an overtime game. Got the fire cooling down. Got the fan running. I'm gonna let that log burn for a bit before I toss on old Big Betty over there. But we're gonna pick a movie. I think that's our next plan here. Pick a movie and figure out what we're doing. Then I'm gonna go to bed. And we will see you guys in the morning. Alright, good morning. I know I told you guys I'd cheat and use the buddy heater. I didn't use this thing until about 7 a.m. It is now 7:30. I got it warmed back up. I let the stove go at 5 a.m. By 6:30, it was so cold I was up. The animal activity was wild last night. That's hot. I don't know why I'm touching it. But it was wild last night. At one point I heard a fox barking and screaming. Got me on my toes for sure. But it's a nice morning out here. We're gonna get some coffee going. I think after that, we're gonna pack it up and call it a day. Call it a camping trip. Got some stuff at home I gotta do, so I gotta get there a little earlier. But let's get some coffee going. Ooh, it is warm. All right. Oop. Well, can't do that without water. Let's go grab one out of the truck. Or the old fridge. Not frozen. Impressive. This should go pretty quick. set her right on there. Hopefully. Oh yeah, she's ripping. We're doing all right. All right, we're gonna get this going. Get some coffee. I need that. Like I slept in 2-hour intervals last night, maybe 3 times. All right, thanks for tuning in. We're all packed up, we're headed out. I think for the next video, we're gonna stay down by a farm pond. Hopefully by that time, we're gonna have some snow on the ground, but thanks for joining me and we'll see you next time.